Hello, guys and gals, and welcome to another episode of Unique Items. Today we're going to be talking about a special unique item called Arkaine's Valor. Arkaine's Valor is it's a quest item. It can only be attained in single player unless you're using some sort of mod that allows you to get access to the single player quests in multiplayer. And this particular one has its own quest dialogue. When you find the area where Arkaine's Valor is hidden, you basically will locate a small a room that has a blood altar in it, and there's a bloodstone sitting on the ground. When you put the bloodstone in the altar, it opens up one of the doors, and you collect all 3 bloodstones, and it will open up the pathway to Arkaine's Valor. There is a book at the beginning, and you will hear this dialogue.
And so, locked beyond the gateway of blood and past the hall of fire, Valor awaits for the hero of light to awaken.
And at that point, you find Arkaine's Valor hiding in the back, and it's actually a surprisingly good armor. We're going to take a look at it now. It is a, I don't even know what base type that is. Ringmail? It's a base type ringmail. It has 25 armor, durability 40. Now, the stats on this thing are actually pretty amazing.
Stay a while and listen.
For early game, there's really not a lot better that you could potentially be using. It has an armor class of 25, which is fairly high for low entry-level characters. Plus 10 vitality, which is going to give you a pretty decent amount of additional HP. And on top of that, it also gives you -3 damage from enemies, which is a really nice added benefit of reducing any damage that comes in that's physical by 3. So if a monster attacks you for 6 and you have this armor on, it will only be 3 when they hit you, which is actually really nice. The main benefit that this armor has, and the reason why a lot of people end up using it early on, is the fastest hit recovery. So unlike in Diablo 2, where they have breakpoints and you have 20% faster at recovery, 40% faster at recovery, and so forth and so on, these items are essentially designed around fast, faster, and fastest. And fastest hit recovery is the fastest hit recovery. And it helps prevent stun locks a lot. It's really good for helping preventing stun locks. And in fact, if you're a melee character or you get in there and fight in any way, shape, and form, and you don't have hit recovery, you're probably going to end up dying. Unless you've got insane armor class, then you don't have to worry about it. But we'll see. Arkaine's Valor ends up replacing most people's equipment in mid-game when you find it, and it's always in the same place. So it's on level 5. You will find Arkaine's Valor on level 5 if you have the quest. And in single player, you should always technically have the quest. But in multiplayer, sometimes the mods allow it to kind of randomly roll different quests. So you have to check and see. Stat-wise, it's just really good. It replaces just about every single piece of armor mid-game once you get to level 5. And you'll probably end up using it throughout most of normal difficulty, actually. The main downside of this particular armor is its armor class. 25 is okay for early game, but it's not really that great for late game when you start getting into hell difficulty. You need a lot more armor class than that. In fact, some of the higher armor in the game has 75 base and then comes with enhancements that can bring you up to 200, 300 armor class. So it's definitely not a particularly high armor class piece of equipment. Now, combined together with a good shield and a good helmet, it could potentially, do ya for a little while. It's also a higher base type than your basic armor, so it does give you the chainmail look, which is not the highest look, but it does give you at least the chainmail look, which is kind of nice. Overall, just a really cool armor with a really cool backstory, and obviously this armor was made in Diablo 2 as well. In Diablo 2, it's one of the more potent armors because it has +2 to all skills, as well as bonus HP, and it offers a socket because you can't socket rune words, right? So, it is the only +2 skill armor in the game which offers a socket, which makes it very good for elemental damage characters that need a facet. Arcanes with a facet is a very powerful item for cold damage characters, fire damage characters, lightning damage characters. Not poison damage characters, because generally you go with another item for those, but still a very powerful item indeed. I think that Arcane's is just one of those items that I think I remember always getting whenever I played Diablo 1, and it was just always there in the back of my head, I gotta get my Arcanes, and then you end up with multiple of them, which is hilarious. Deckard Cain has a dialogue on this too. It says, just before Arkaine died, his armor was hidden away in a secret vault. It is said that when his holy armor is again needed, a hero will arise to don valor once more. Perhaps you are that hero. As always, I do appreciate you guys and gals joining me for these videos, even when we're talking about something as simple as Arkaine's Valor from Diablo 1. And as always, keep watching.